And you can give me the docket.
On record.
All right. Can you call out the docket or the case on this for me, please? Because I don't know what it is.
Sure, no problem. That is SC 70125. And that is Salinas versus Verizon.
Salinas versus
Verizon.
Verizon?
Yes.
Like the wireless provider? Verizon. Wait a minute. Why are we sitting on two separate sides? Is this a default?
No, that's
Well, what is this?
no.
I was told they're sending a default.
It says that they can file this the docket on it. You want me to give that to you?
Hold on. Just go back over there. I can't do a trial because I have a jury deliberating. But they told me they were going to send a default. Because there should only be one party here if it's a default. I wouldn't be able to start this trial till after 3. Hold on. You know what? Just come back up. I'll get their appearances on the record and see what's going on. Because by the time my computer starts up. Yeah, it's rebooting. I don't know. All right. You're the plaintiff?
Yes.
Okay. Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
And your name?
Randy Salinas.
How do you spell your first name?
Randy, R-A-N-D-Y. Raul, R-A-U-L.
All right. And Raul Salinas, S-A-L-I-N-A-S?
Yes.
All right. And, good afternoon. My name is Judge Ahmad, just so you know. You can have a seat, sir. Are you an attorney?
I am an attorney, private attorney.
You're an attorney, though.
Attorney of fact.
What does that mean, sir?
Private attorney.
Are you licensed to practice?
I'm acting as an attorney in fact on behalf of my capitalized letter name.
Are you a licensed attorney to practice law in the state of New Jersey?
I'm not a licensed attorney, but I am a private attorney as attorney in fact.
You're not licensed to practice law in the state of New Jersey, right?
Correct.
Okay, you can have a seat. And are you an attorney? All right, raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth? And your name?
Jenny Collins.
Okay. You can have a seat. Oh, spell your last name?
T-O-M as in Mary, A-L-I-N as in Nancy.
Janine?
J-E-N-N-I-E. Jenny.
J-E-N-N-I-E. Okay. But I asked how to spell it because I wasn't spelling. Okay. All right. So the plaintiff in this case has the burden of proof. And why are you suing Verizon, sir?
I'm suing Verizon because I have made multiple good faith attempts at payments through negotiable instruments, which Verizon has failed to perform on as per the UCC 3.
Okay, what do you mean? You're suing Verizon because what? Did they breach some duty to you? Did they, what did they do, in your own words?
Yes, breach of fiduciary duty because I sent good faith attempts of payments through negotiable instruments multiple times to Verizon, and Verizon has denied my form of payments, and even various times they have told me that they have not received the payment. So then I requested for the negotiable instruments to be returned to me, which Verizon has claimed they have never received. But I've sent negotiable instruments through priority
Can you describe the negotiable instruments?
Yes, I have evidence right here of the negotiable
Describe them for the record, please.
They're endorsed with my signature and referenced with the UCC 3 codes.
Okay, so you're suing Verizon because they failed to accept your payments?
Yes.
And how much are you suing them for?
$5,000 for the time spent here in court.
$5,000 for the time you spent here today in court?
Well, overall, yeah, for having to take legal action against Verizon.
Okay, what are your damages in this case?
Well, they have suspended my cell phone service.
And how much?
Threatening to permanently discontinue my service and permanently close out my account.
Okay, so the $5,000 consists of what?
Damages for closing out my account and refusing to accept my form of payments, and for having me to take the time here for legal action.
For closing your account, how much damages did you incur as a result of closing your account?
Well, usually I depend on my cell phone because I'm self-employed and I use it for business. So because of that, I'm not able to conduct business with using my cell phone. So I have no way of texting or making any phone calls with anybody, my business partners.
And so you have evidence and exhibits you would like the court to review in support of your claim?
I have the negotiable instruments, well, they're qualified.
Okay, let's mark the negotiable instruments as P1, Exhibit P1. And you can hand that to the officer. I'll review that before I make my decision. Those are your negotiable instruments. How many pages are those?
Those are 3 separate negotiable instruments right there.
Do you want to explain P1 a little further as to what they are as negotiable instruments, or are you done there?
Yeah, so those are...
I'll take them. I'll mark them as P1.
Those are considered qualified negotiable instruments under UCC 3, and I signed them with the words without recourse, which means I have no liability to pay.
Okay, and these negotiable instruments are to be tendered to what account? What account?
To the Verizon account.
But now, when Verizon withdraws, so let's look at P1, the first one. You have written on here, this is the total amount due by May 31st. This appears to be your bill, right?
Oh, correct, yes.
Okay, and so on your bill, there's some writing on your bill, and you wrote in the boxes. Can you tell me what number you wrote in that box and why you wrote that number in that box on the first page of P1?
Yeah, so that's I wrote that number to discharge because at the time, I believe my phone bill was like around $400 something.
Okay, so the first one has a total amount due by May 31st of $214.78. Is this the bottom portion of the bill that you received from Verizon?
Yes, that's correct.
And then you wrote on top of this, right?
Yes.
And what makes this a negotiable instrument?
It is a negotiable instrument for the Article 3 of UCC 3.
So you're saying legally this is a negotiable instrument. Now, are you saying you paid $914.78 on this? Is that what that is saying?
That's saying that I'm requiring to discharge for the total amount of $914.
And it'll be payable to what account?
To Verizon.
From what account?
Through my social security number.
Okay, and your social security number is attached to what monetary banking account? Meaning what money? Where would the money come from for Verizon to collect the money on P1?
Well, the social security number is by itself as defined on here.
No, tell me, not from define. What you wrote this to, P1 is a document that you wrote to Verizon, right?
Right.
And Where did you expect Verizon to get the money from where you just wrote in this money amount on this document? Because this isn't a check.
But it's a negotiable instrument.
Okay, now explain to me what account the money would come from that Verizon would be able to tender the funds from that account.
You're taking out of my social security number.
Okay, your social security number is attached to what money?
My social security number is a credit card per the definition of 15 U.S. 1602.
Okay, and you said you run a business?
That's correct.
What type of business?
I run a business as a, what do you call it, wellness store for health.
Okay, and in your store, people come in and they purchase things from you?
Yes.
Can I just come in and give you my social security number and walk out with goods?
No, but there's a difference between a corporation and a person.
Is your business a corporation?
My business is a private business. It's not a corporation.
Okay, but if people's social security numbers are attached to money, why can't I just come into your place of business and give you my social security number and leave out with goods?
Well, because my social security number is attached to the...
Not yours. Let's think about what you're telling me. You're telling this court that Verizon should be able to accept the social security number, your social security number, right?
Right.
And accept that as payment.
Right, well, because per the law itself here on 15 U.S. 1602, the definition of a credit card is defined under section L here, where it says the term credit card means any card, slate, coupon, book, or other credit device existing for the purpose of obtaining money, property, labor, or services on credit.
Money, right?
Right.
You still haven't explained to me what money. You claim this is a credit card or a negotiable instrument. Which one is it?
It's a negotiable instrument.
Okay. Now, underneath that USC code,
Yes.
it has to be valid money. Where's the money coming from? Right? Because on a credit card, the money's attached. There's monies attached to a credit card, correct?
Right.
Right. That can be tendered by the person who you are paying. You have not explained to this court where this money is coming from. But I'm going to review P1, right? And so what else are you claiming that they owe you?
Well, as per P1, P1 by definition is a negotiable instrument and is the equivalent of cash, which can be converted, negotiable instrument can be converted into cash.
Okay. Do you have any other proof to prove that Verizon has caused damages?
I have case law here stating
That's your legal argument, but in terms of factually, what Verizon has done to you, anything else?
Yes, well, I stated that I'm required, since they were refusing to perform on the instrument, I was requiring for them to send back the negotiable instruments to me, and then Verizon said that they cannot send me back, they cannot return the instrument to me as they never received it. But as per their correspondence team, they told me that the negotiable instruments were received, but it was not accepted by Verizon. So I have two contradicting stories. I've talked over the course of these past few months, I've talked to several representatives of Verizon, and they told me contradicting stories. They told me that they received the negotiable instruments, which I submitted, and then other people have told me that they cannot be performed. They cannot perform on the instrument because it was never received by Verizon. And then people have been on the police telling me different things during the course of these last several months. So I asked them, well, which one is it? Did you receive the instrument? And if you did, I want it returned to me, and I want proof that it was.
The instruments meaning what's contained in P1?
That's right. That's
okay.
Correct.
Now, anything else?
Well, yes. Like I said, as per my legal arguments, I can say...
Wait, let me get the fact. I'll hear legal arguments shortly.
Okay.
But any other facts
I can say that I have no obligation to pay, as all debts are prepaid.
I mean, Verizon's not suing you, are they?
No.
Okay, so what do you mean, what obligation to pay? That's not what you sued them. You're suing them for damage you incurred. Remember, I asked you at the outset, why are you suing them?
For failing to perform the instrument.
All right, okay.
Right,
So what obligation? Verizon's not suing you here. This is not their case against you. So they're not saying you have an obligation to pay. That's not what we're here for today.
Okay, yeah, right.
Right, this is your case. You have the burden of proving that they did something to you that caused you to sustain damages in the amount of $5,000. That's what we're here for today.
Right, well, like I said, they failed to perform on the instrument, and recently they shut off my service, so I can't use my phone. And I made several good attempts to discharge the debt, and one of those bills there was for a total attempt to discharge for the remainder of the month. And I believe it was somewhere around $2,000 there that I...
Did you make any other attempts to discharge the debt by way of a credit card or by way of paying at one of their facilities in cash, something like that, or no?
No, I was only using negotiable instruments.
These that you have here is P1?
That's right, yes. That's
okay.
Right.
All right. So now, in a civil action, the plaintiff has the burden of proving every element of their claim. And so you're saying that Verizon breached the duty they had to you by not accepting this form of payment, and that resulted in your damages, correct?
Well, that's correct, because as per the UCC 3, and it is to my understanding that as a corporate entity, Verizon is obligated to follow the law, whether that be statutory law, commercial law, or consumer law.
Okay, now in a civil action, the plaintiff has a burden of proof, of proving all elements of their claim, and proving that there is a legal action that has facts in dispute. This court is going to, the plaintiff hasn't met any burden of proof of proving that the defendants have breached any duty owed, that there are any damages that the plaintiff incurred. As I've already stated, yes, the UCC 3 does outline what should happen in transactions, sales of goods, negotiable instruments. There's definitions for all of those. However, you fail to maintain your burden of proof by proving that Verizon breached some duty to you that would result in damages. The court has reviewed P1, which appears to be bills. One is a bill date of April 18, 2025, February 18, 2025, and May 18, 2025. On each of these appear to be bills that were sent to the plaintiff by Verizon for him to pay his Verizon bill. More specifically, in looking at P1, the February 18th bill, it says that it is for the total amount due by March 10, 2025, $107.63. On the face of this, at the top, written in blue ink of this bill, are the words money order in blue. And then it says memo account number, which appears to reference the account number that is on the Verizon bill. It is then written in handwriting, paid to the order of Verizon, $107. The plaintiff in this case has identified that as a negotiable instrument, stating that the money amount that is contained in the boxes is the amount that he wished Verizon to accept as a negotiable instrument and to discharge any remaining balance that he had. However, the plaintiff has failed to prove how Verizon would tender these funds and how these documents fall as acceptable under the UCC 3. These are not acceptable negotiable instruments as defined by the Uniform Commercial Code. So I'm going to dismiss the complaint. All parties are free to go. I'm going to give you back your exhibits, P1. Yes. Yes, it's dismissed with prejudice. Yes. Everyone's free to go. Off the record? I know. Oh, I'm going to go. Oh, thank you.